Good morning. Shall we get this show started? I don't hear anything. All right. Good morning and welcome everyone to the 2024 Boston Architectural College Commencement. And to the class of 2024, congratulations. I'd like to begin my remarks today a little differently by speaking about the banyan tree. Of course, you all have heard me talk about this 1,000 times before. But just try to indulge me one last time. As you may know, a banyan tree native to tropical regions where I grew up has a vast canopy of tree leaves and strong branches outstretched in virtually every direction, and thousands of aerial roots that drop down to prop up those branches, creating a veritable forest from one single tree. Together at the BAC, we are like a banyan tree, and each of you here today represent a prop root, a tree unto yourself, an integral support system to others. Thank you to the BAC faculty, staff, trustees, current students, and all who have played a profound role in the experience of today's graduates. Thank you as well to our expansive network of BAC alumni from all 50 states and 54 countries who continue to provide us with guidance and inspiration. I'd like to give a special thank you to the 1,100 parents, grandparents, children, grandchildren, friends, mentors, and colleagues in the audience today. So graduates, if you're able, please stand up. And let's applaud your support system, our roots. Thank you. Thank you. So graduates, by a show of hands, how many of you did not have a traditional high school or college graduation due to the pandemic? Yeah, you can raise them high enough. People can see. Okay, good. Some of you. And how many of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree? Yeah. So this exemplary class of 164 students defines itself through its diversity of experience, background, and perspective rather than trying to fit your goals into the status quo. The graduates of the class of 2024 have allowed their unique experiences to shape their ambitions that are far-reaching, complex, and intended to make the world a better place. Take, for example, Alkenli Ortiz. Alkenli, please stand. There is Alkenli. You may sit now. Originally from Santiago, Dominican Republic, Alkenli witnessed firsthand the devastation of an earthquake in nearby Haiti. And the event shaped his perspective. His pursuit at the BAC was not just academic. It was driven by a mission to ensure resilient and accessible housing. Through dual master's degrees in architecture and design studies in real estate development. Yeah. Alkenly gained the skills necessary to blend deep community engagement with high-level design practices to effect substantial progress in affordable housing. And it is about time I ask my stage party colleagues to sit down. You may be seated. Sorry, thank you. Or take Stacy Can, who transferred to the BAC from her architecture program in California because she wanted to be part of the BAC's engagement with real-world projects. The BAC boasts the highest percentage of transfer students among design institutions nationally. And we are so glad to continue to support our transfer students who come to this school with special determination, passion, and purpose. Or take Marcus Cabral. Marcus, wave your hand. Yeah, there you are. Who served as a resident assistant at the New England Conservatory of Music Residence Hall as part of the BAC's collaborative housing agreement with the Pro Arts Consortium member, New England Conservatory. He is the first of more than 20 students utilizing NAC's student housing. Together with Berkeley, New England Conservatory, Emerson College, Tufts School of Museum of Fine Arts, and Mass Art, the Pro Arts Consortium is celebrating 40 years. I thank President of NAC, Andrea Kellen, for our great partner who joins us today to celebrate with you. Our graduates possess a drive that transcends the personal, that engages profoundly with the social and the communal. This is a drive that defines the BAC and that makes us who we are. And who we are is pretty fantastic. And it's not just me saying it. Today, the BAC has been ranked as the 4th best architecture college in America. So this ranking by niche out of 240 institutions nationwide. Get this, only Cornell, Rice, and Washington University, St. Louis, the 3 elite and selective research institutions with unfathomable resources, have fared better than us. And we are followed. Behind us are other prestigious institutions such as SciArc, UC Berkeley, Yale, University of Southern California, Virginia Tech, and Carnegie Mellon. MIT ranks a distant 13. And while I like to think that the BAC is beyond ranking, it is, that does cement the BAC's position as a counterpoint to the status quo of the conventional higher education institutions. There is no other institution that can combine access and excellence so well than the BAC. Yeah. I often say that we are a 135-year-old startup challenging our own conventions, working tirelessly to ensure that the BAC sets the pace for others in the age of artificial intelligence and robots. I hope we all take a moment to let this extraordinary achievement sink in. And I find it very fitting that today we are joined from Mexico City by prominent architect Tatiana Bilbao as our commencement speaker. Tatiana's work in ecological design and social housing is pointing the direction toward finding new ways of living that could allow any person on the planet to exist with dignity. The BAC's ever-expanding network and achievements are the results of deliberate and strategic vision known as BAC to the future or Back to the Future. And I am honored to present to you today a brief video outlining this bold vision. We are on a mission. I describe the Boston Architectural College as a 133-year-old startup. We have great legacy, but we also have the energy and the vigor and spirit of innovation that permeates throughout its 133 years. And we constantly reinvent ourselves in relation to the changes in the society.
Warren Buffett said, someone is sitting in the shade of a tree today because someone planted that tree many years ago. And so our strategic plan is really creating that tree.
Everything we do at the BAC has 6 sides to it. The first thing is that our commitment to social justice.
And when we look at innovation, maybe we are the ones who can help to diversify innovation.
Number 2 is that we recognize that our mission is global and that we are a Bostonian institution firmly rooted in Boston and New England area, and yet we serve the entire world.
How do we bring both the world to Boston, but also bring Boston Architecture College to the world, to a diversity of population?
Aspect number 3 is that we are a powerhouse of an intellectual think tank.
The BAC Cloud Canopy is one of the ways in which we invite students who are in Manila, South Korea, and Argentina to be a part of our community.
If you live, 1,010 or 10,010 miles away, you can still take a course at the BAC.
Number 4 is that we recognize that we are a small institution, and yet we are a mighty institution because we partner.
The BAC and the strategic plan, it is wholly celebratory of our partnerships. It includes community partners and governments and organizations and industries. And the BAC has tied those together in a compelling, beautiful way that no one else has.
Number 5 is that we see ourselves as a resilient organization. We need to innovate in terms of how we operate and be able to actually model the way for the rest of the higher education world.
And the model that has been put forward, I think truly is a model that other institutions can learn from. This idea of mixed reality combined with the ethos of come as you are, and it is our responsibility to make you successful.
We are committed to being an access institution in an industry that does not always embrace that.
The last but not the least, the 6th one, is that we recognize that the world is faced with some of the biggest environmental challenges of any time.
This idea that design will be a pathway to solving those moments of wicked problems that need to be addressed throughout the world, things like global warming, climate change, issues of that nature, but also social justice and sustainability writ large.
We're daring to dream a bigger dream, which is really exciting and powerful.
The strategic plan is inviting our partners, the world, to join us, to go. So the future of our world and of architecture is growing more and more precarious. We need to work together to design a society that is more just, more sustainable, and more vibrant. We need to think creatively and critically between our personal ambitions and our hopes for one another. In other words, we need to act like the banyan tree, supporting one another, Our branches are growing and blossoming in tandem in response. Luckily, that is what the graduates of the BAC have been doing for years. I am filled with joy to celebrate your commencement and your vital entrance into the world of design and the society at large. Now, finally, I'd like to invite you all to rise in body or spirit and gently place your hands. Please stand up and gently place your hands on the shoulders or the forearms of the people next to you. We are all now prop roots of the great banyan tree of Boston, stretching the conventions of higher education and supporting a vast, vibrant canopy of new ideas, new designs, and new connections. There we are, a banyan tree. Thank you. Be seated. So you see that feeling? As you make your way out into the world, breaking the boundaries and stretching our impact even further, remember this feeling. Remember this feeling. You have done something incredible already, right here, right now. So here is to building futures that reflect the commitment, creativity, and courage that have defined your time at the great Boston Architectural College. Congratulations to the class of 2024. As I mentioned, the BAC is part of the Pro Arts Consortium, celebrating 40 years this year. And I have the privilege of serving as the consortium's chair of the board this year. And one of the greatest achievements of the consortium has been to initiate the Boston Arts Academy, which is now a magnet school in the Boston Public School District. That is a gigantic achievement of the consortium and co-founded by the BAC and the other schools in the consortium. We have a special performance today by the spirituals of Boston Arts Academy Choir, directed by Mr. Michael Bradley, who is an alumnus of Berkeley College, where we are here today. Please help me welcome the spirituals: Ari, Ashley, Athamar, Belai, Bianca, Chanel, Burek, Hildam, Indigo, Isaiah, Iva, Ilante, Jaylini, Jordan, Julian, Kamoni, Kayla, Kevin, Leonard, Madden, Max, Mecca, Mikalia, Nate, Patrick, Rain, Samaya, Yasmin, and Zaria.
Wasn't that extraordinary? Yeah, that was powerful, right? So that's, I think, a moment to really relish, because that is a result of the ProArts Consortium's 40th anniversary and our own contribution to it. So thank you to the spirituals for really captivating us with that extraordinary rendition. Now it is my pleasure, as we continue the theme, to introduce to you my ProArts colleague, the BAC Strategic Partner for Student Housing, President Andrea Kalin.
Congratulations, class of 2024. As graduates of Boston Architectural College, you will leave your mark quite literally on the world. And on behalf of the ProArts Consortium of Boston and New England Conservatory, thank you. Thank you for all that you are going to contribute to our world through your work. NEC was truly honored to house a group of inspiring, creative, brilliant BAC students in our dorms over the last 2 academic years. To those of you graduating today, thank you. Thank you for the way that you deepened our culture and the way that you added your unique perspective to our community. We were honored to count you amongst the NEC family. Each of our ProArts institutions knows that interdisciplinary collaboration is not an elective, but it is a requirement in art, certainly, and absolutely in life. Indeed, it is through art that we can understand lives other than our own. It is through art that we can inspire the status, that we can question the status quo, and we can inspire the world. It is through art that we can interpret the mysterious things inside our hearts and make them known more broadly. At NEC's commencement last Sunday, our speaker, Paul Simon, told our graduates that they had chosen a profession that can provide a lifetime's journey into the ineffable. You are precious, he said. Those words apply absolutely to each of you. You are creators, and with each creation, you strengthen humanity by reaching out to someone across the city, across the country, across the world, to another discipline. With each revision, each recalibration, you close the distance between people by building on the beauty and possibility and hope that you see around you. To design and create are, in fact, acts of hope. They're acts of optimism. And looking out at all of you this morning, class of 2024, I know that we indeed have so much to be optimistic about. Congratulations to each of you. Congratulations to your families. We are so excited to see how you design and shape the future of our world. Congratulations.
Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you the chair of the BAC Board of Trustees, Judy Nitsch. She is the founding principal of Nitsch Engineering, Inc., a 100-plus person firm headquartered in Boston and with offices in Washington, D.C., Worcester, and Lawrence, Massachusetts. A spirited mentor of female engineers, Judy served on the WPI board for 22 years. And from WPI, she was awarded the Presidential Medal, an honorary doctorate of engineering, and inducted into WPI Hall of Luminaries. Please help me welcome Judy Nitsch.
Thank you, President Das, graduates, and your families and friends. I'm honored to be here today to celebrate with you. Attending commencement as chair of the BAC's Board of Trustees is so gratifying. I think I am feeling some of the emotions that you all probably are: joy, pride, and also gratitude for your classmates, your teachers, and your loved ones who helped you get here today. I'm also sure that everyone here felt the need for connections at times during your courses at the BAC. According to neuroscientists, those connections we make in life are what we all need to thrive. It's in communities like this one at the BAC that we grow, we learn, and we support each other. This special connection you've developed through your shared experiences at the BAC will last a lifetime. Nurture it. Continue to reach out. And just because you now are graduates doesn't mean the BAC family isn't here for you. We are. I can tell you from leading my own engineering firm and collaborating with many architects, landscape architects, and designers that the BAC is very, very highly thought of in the professions. Oh, and in case you're wondering what a civil engineer is doing as chair of the board of an architecture and design college, my late husband, Tony Magliozzi, was an architect and an enormously proud graduate of the BAC. I hope you too are proud of your BAC education and that you leverage the BAC's global alumni and friend network throughout your careers. My wish for you graduates today is that you go out into the world and you continue to grow, connect, and create community wherever you go, in whatever way you can. Congratulations, woohoo! And now I would like to welcome Beth Lundell-Garver, Dean of Practice. And as she's walking up, I'm going to go off script and just say next week she's being honored by the American Institute of Architects as one of the top young architects in the country. So who, Beth?
On behalf of the renowned practice component at the BAC, we congratulate you for your achievements within the classroom and beyond it. As a graduating class, you have also been working with more than 350 organizations and communities across the world, while at the same time as being in school. Today, I am honored to share the paths through practice of two distinctive BACers, Stacy Peckman Kahn, our undergraduate valedictorian, and Cherie Flores, our graduate valedictorian. Stacy and Cherie each portray explorers and climbers leading the way. So first, be an explorer. Stay curious and open to new ways of connecting. Stacy has positively impacted hundreds, if not thousands, of people at the BAC. While welcoming prospective students to the college as an admissions ambassador, Stacy has discovered that her real passion in practice is teaching and mentoring others. She has worked in the Learning Resource Center as a tutor for design softwares, studio, math, and structures. Ooh. Yeah. She has also been a teaching assistant for City Lab, the coordinator and teaching leader for our high school design program, Summer Academy, and a student leader mentor. Stacy has explored designing impactful experiences through art therapy, dance, culture, and community. Second, be a climber. Keep ascending challenges to grow your expertise. Cherie Flores came to the BAC from Napa Valley with a background in business marketing. She has juggled a full course load while working full-time as a director at Hotel Commonwealth. Recognized there as Manager of the Year, Cherie places people first. During an internship at the design firm SMMA, she leaned into research, collaboration, and conceptual design with an interdisciplinary team envisioning a hotel redevelopment in the country of Cyprus. Cherie continues building her expertise with a focus on hotels, hospitality, and healthcare to realize new holistic design possibilities. These two BACers have shown us how to be a convener, an explorer, a firm believer in we, a climber, ascending the resilient and connected banyan tree. Like Stacy and Cherie, you are designers working beyond the walls of convention. You are navigating the triumphs and tragedies of life, school, family, work with unrivaled fortitude and grace. Now please, let's put our hands together to welcome our class valedictorians with warm embrace.
Hello everyone, congratulations to the class of 2024. Standing here reminds me of the feeling when I just graduated from high school. It was a mixed feeling of excitement and nervousness. In choosing architecture as my major, I feel like I was a blank piece of paper, waiting to be filled with knowledge and insights. In my first college class, we had to share a fun fact about ourselves. At that time, I hesitated for a moment, not knowing what to share. Then I decided to be honest. I said, I don't know how to draw, but I'm taking architecture. Then the entire classroom burst into laughter. Upon absorbing the shock, I realized that laughter was not meant to mock, but rather acknowledge the challenges that lay ahead. Many of you sitting here today may have experienced similar feelings of uncertainty and hesitation when you enrolled in architecture school. You may not have known what you wanted to study as a high schooler, but you have taken the leap of faith and entered into the exciting world of architectural design. Studying architecture is indeed a big risk. The process requires a great deal of dedication and perseverance. Workload is one of our most challenging aspects. After analyzing a site, we sketch, design concepts, and build models. The multiple iterations and tasks we have gone through have already exhausted us. However, the journey is far from over. There are still countless hours of labor ahead, such as creating plans, elevation sections, and renderings. And not only that, we also have to make a presentation and try to persuade others that our ideas are worth considering. Even with all our hard work, sometimes we don't receive the grades or feedback we expected, but negative comments and criticism, which deeply hurt our feelings and lead us to doubt ourselves. When those moments occur, we often wonder if pursuing architecture was a wise decision. Because after all, the reality of being broke while studying architecture can be quite challenging. While there have been moments of frustration and pain, there have also been sweet moments that accompany them. The moment when studying architecture exposes us to new worlds, the moment of discovering the soul of a building which encompasses culture, humanity, society, and so much more. And the moments of friendship formed in the computer lab, the time spent sharing struggles, popcorn, coffee, tea, and cultures during food for finals. Furthermore, we also shared each other's accomplishments on final review days, where we witnessed the transformation of sleep-deprived zombies into well-dressed designers. Thank you. These moments create a blend of emotions and help us appreciate the beauty that architecture school can offer. Architecture school is more than just for intellectual growth. It is a transformative experience that allows us to discover ourselves. It pushes us to our limits, both mentally and physically. Our journey is filled with setbacks, critiques, and failures. Although the pandemic has compounded these challenges, they are not deterrents, but rather opportunities for growth and improvement. By persevering through adversity, we emerge stronger and better prepared for the challenges ahead. As one of our teachers told us, studying architecture is like taking a bath, but practicing it is like swimming in the sea. As we move forward, we acknowledge that the skills we learn in school may not always be directly applicable to our careers. I believe that the characters we have developed at the BAC will transfer seamlessly into any field we pursue. As we celebrate this day, I would like to thank our presidents, deans, faculty members, administrations, staff, honored guests, parents, families, and friends. To our esteemed faculty members, your mentorship and guidance have not only shaped our academic growth, but also instilled a belief in ourselves and our abilities. Thank you to our administrations and staff for working tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure our academic journey runs smoothly. Throughout our time here, we are grateful for the support and encouragement of our parents, families, and friends. Our achievement today would not have been possible without your constant encouragement and belief in our potential. We are so blessed to have all the loving and supportive individuals in our lives. Lastly, I would like to thank the class of 2024. My chapter at the BAC was made memorable and special by you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life journey. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives, may we use our God-given magic power to make a difference in the world around us. Let us be instruments of positive change, spreading love, compassion, and unity wherever we go. Class of 2024, Congrats and God bless. Thank you.
Fellow graduates, family, friends, esteemed faculty and staff, it is an honor to be here with you today. This milestone feels surreal. It's a day we have all worked tirelessly towards, one class and semester at a time. To the faculty and staff, I want to thank you for your guidance, dedication, and willingness to invest your time and energy in and outside of the class to support our academic journey. You have challenged us to produce our best work, and when we thought we had achieved that, you challenged us again, pushing us to broaden our scope of thought and spectrum of design to a level we hadn't thought possible. Most importantly, you have fostered our desire to question the status quo, to embrace the design process, and encouraged us to expand our views and perspectives with each project. We graduate today with a deeper appreciation of the power and positive impact great design can have on our lives and within our communities. Family and friends, you have been our vital support system. As we have juggled the demands of a rigorous academic program with full-time jobs and family obligations, you've let us grumble over the stress of our portfolio reviews, asked us about our presentations, provided a fresh set of eyes for spelling errors, and never questioned our enormous coffee consumption. To my friends and family who are present here today, and also joining virtually, I want to thank each of you for your unwavering support over the past few years. From the moment I made the decision to pursue design and apply to the BAC, you've cheered me on with a wholehearted belief that I could do this, even when I doubted my own abilities. I am enormously grateful for each of you. I would also like to take this opportunity to pay tribute to the memory of my mom, who instilled in me the values of perseverance and hard work. Her career as a nurse and courageous years with Alzheimer's helped inform my thesis, and her life story and gentle spirit continues to inspire my journey and influence the way I view the world. Fellow graduates, this chapter of our lives is closing. As I reflect over the past few years at the BAC, I can't help but smile as I recall the nervous moments before our presentations, as well as the numerous papers, projects, pinups, lectures, deadlines, and design iterations we have supported each other through during our graduate programs. For many of us, our BA story began in a virtual setting during the pandemic. Yet despite the awkward nuances of a Zoom classroom, we quickly formed connections and camaraderie as we kicked off our academic program in City Lab, tackling our first team project and sharing our personal stories to unveil what brought us to the BAC at this stage of our lives. For some, this was the next step after college, while for others, like myself, this decision came later in life in the midst of our careers. But regardless of our roots or reason, we have worked toward the common goal of completing our thesis projects and achieving our degrees. As I think back over the interior architecture program, I want to share two takeaways that left an impression on me. The first is the experience of the end user. Coming from a career in the hospitality industry, we frequently talk about the guest experience and what that looks and feels like at every point of interaction a guest has with the hotel. As designers, we have the unique opportunity to create spaces that people live in, work, relax, occupy, and interact with on a daily basis. Creating these environments can lead to improved experiences when we take a thoughtful approach. The second takeaway is the importance of empathy. As we have learned through our classes, great design responds to a story. Whether it's the story of a community, a set of needs, or a desire for change, when we approach a project with empathy, it allows us to step into the story, giving us a clearer perspective and an opportunity to better relate to the needs of the end user. So now, as we settle into our postgraduate careers and begin the next chapter of our life stories, I hope that we all retain the spirit of a student in our design work. Let's continue to listen, question, collaborate, learn, and grow. Let's look at each project and challenge through the lens of empathy and a genuine desire to seek to understand. And let's seize every opportunity as a forum to create positive changes within our communities. I am so grateful for these past few years, and I look forward to seeing where this next chapter of our lives will lead each of us. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2024.
Wonderful accounts of the experiences of our valedictorian students. Thank you. Now we are honored to present the Boston Architectural College's Doctor of Design Leadership Honoris Causa Award to Trustee Richard J. Snyder. This esteemed honor is granted to an extraordinary individual who has demonstrated exemplary dedication to our college community, showcasing profound contributions that align with the core values and mission of our institution. Richard Snyder has been a dedicated trustee at the BAC since 2008. He is of counsel with Duane Morris LLP, specializing in corporate and international law. Formerly a senior trial attorney with the United States Department of Justice, Richard also holds leadership roles at Babson College, serving on various committees, and Babson's Global Advisory Board. As a trustee of the Boston Architectural College, he has been a stalwart advocate for the college's mission of providing accessible and excellent design education to students from all backgrounds. His leadership roles at the BAC have been pivotal in shaping the college's strategic direction, transforming the college's governance systems, and ensuring its continued growth and success. Richard's advocacy for diversity and inclusion in design education and in the board governance have helped us create a more vibrant board and encourage students from diverse backgrounds to pursue careers in architecture and design. Richard's dedication to service and leadership is widely acknowledged through numerous awards and listings in biographical publications, including Who is Who in America, recognizing his contributions to higher education, governmental, community service, and arts organizations. His ability to foster a culture of teamwork and collaboration, which he has always brought to the BAC, has facilitated collective brainstorming and problem solving, crucial for addressing complex college issues and benefiting our entire community. Now, Richard's sharp wit and sense of humor bring instant lightness to any situation he is in, as I have no doubt you are about to witness. His unwavering moral integrity brings accountability to any conversation in any room in which he is present, and has earned him deepest respect and admiration within the BAC community and beyond. From the many conversations I have had with him, I appreciate Richard's keen sense of spatial design, as he is a designer at heart, which explains his love for the BAC. Therefore, we proudly recognize Richard Snyder with the Doctor of Design Leadership Honoris Causa. Please help me welcome.
I look out on the audience, I see people that don't know me who seem to accept that reasonably, and my family, which is having a serious issue with all the nice things you said. Chair of the Board of Trustees, Judy Nish, distinguished President Mahesh Das, faculty, fellow honoree, estimada señora Tiana Balbao, and all of you who have helped these graduates get through school. This is an interesting experience for me. I received a note in the mail that we are going to give you this degree. You must know that this is the second note in the mail involving the field of design, which I've received in the mail. The first was in high school when I was informed that I had flunked mechanical drawing, and that I had flunked it so badly I should not try to take it again. So this is kind of a resurrection for me. You've chosen a discipline, not just a profession, but a discipline, which has much good and much challenge to it. The really good news is that if you do a good job, it lasts forever. People can see it every day. It improves lives functionally, and it improves lives aesthetically. When I was a young lawyer, I was driving down the highway with my children, and they said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I'm a lawyer." And they said, "Do you go to court and handle those impressive trials?" I said, "No, I sit in an office and fill in blanks." It's very tough to tell your children when you're doing what I do, but it isn't very tough to tell them when you're doing what you do and are about to do. So that's really good stuff. The kind of challenging stuff is that you have a very demanding profession overall. If you do it well, you're feted and honored forever. If you do it not so well, not feted so much. And if you think about it, if you're president of a company and you realize in a given year 85% of your goals, you're treated as a hero. If, let's say, you were an architect on a building and realized 85% of your goal, the building would collapse and you wouldn't be very much of a hero. So your profession, whether it's the structure or the aesthetics, is a very demanding structure, a very demanding profession. So the question is, what can I tell you will help you as you go forward? And it's one thing and very simple. I'm in a field where they put Esquire after my name. If you're in the profession of accounting, CPA, the people who give investment advice have more initials than I can understand, and you may have AIA or some other designation. That tends to be very seductive, makes one feel very important, and you are. You've studied at one of the best institutions anywhere, and you've succeeded, and you're going off into the world, not really novices, but trained and fairly well along the path. But my one bit of advice to you is very simple. Don't let your profession limit you. When you see your name or AIA or some other designation after your name, don't see yourself as, let's just say, the architect on the job. Don't just see yourself as a person filling a limited role for which you were trained. See yourself as a leader, using the superb education you have as a bedrock for moving forward and being further educated and being able to perform broadly in leadership and entrepreneurial roles. So I wish you the very best. You're prepared for it, and there's no doubt that you'll accomplish it. Thank you.
Well, didn't I say it would be witty and insightful at once, right? That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Richard, for those wonderful remarks. We are honored today to confer upon Tatiana Bilbao, the Doctor of Design, honoris causa, from the Boston Architectural College. Through her visionary work, Tatiana exemplifies the transformative power of architecture to enhance lives, foster community, and address global challenges. Her commitment to creating beauty and dignity for all stands as a testament to her profound impact on the field and society. Since founding her Mexico City-based Tatiana Bilbao studio in 2004, Tatiana has profoundly influenced contemporary architecture with her multidisciplinary approach and dedication to designing with empathy. Prior to founding her firm, Tatiana was an advisor in the Ministry of Development and Housing of the government of the Federal District of Mexico City. Tatiana's projects span the globe, each deeply rooted in its environment and responsive to specific local challenges. Her work includes a botanical garden in Culiacan, where architecture and nature co-evolve over many years, and a master plan for an historic pilgrimage path in Jalisco. In contrast, she has built a modest home with rammed earth walls that rise naturally from the hilly surroundings in Jalisco, and a house that extends organically from a forested hillside in San Pedro Garza. Other notable works include an aquarium in Mazatlan, characterized by monumental concrete walls that reflect geological epochs, and a contemporary art museum cast in evocative rubric of brick in the traditional urbanscape of Arevalo, Spain. Across all these projects and throughout her career, Tatiana is driven by a commitment to affordable housing, seeking appropriate architectural expression for various spatial, social, and ecological challenges. Her approach is collaborative and exploratory, always aiming to foster a deep human connection through design. Tatiana's methods of work exemplify her commitment to staying engaged with the people, places, and possibilities. She uses hand drawing and collaging as methods of seeing, exploring, researching, and imagining, always multivalent and bearing layered meanings. Working extensively through collaging, she relegates conventional renderings and computer-aided design tools to the periphery of her process and studio. As I often say, we are the Boston architectural collage. And that resonates deeply with Tatiana's creative process. Tatiana's work has been widely published and celebrated in exhibitions at venues such as the Louisiana Museum of Modern Art in Denmark, the Venice Biennale, the Centre Pompidou, and also Bilbao has received numerous accolades, including the Kunstpreis Berlin, Emerging Voices by the Architecture League of New York, Global Award for Sustainable Architecture by the Locus Foundation, Marcus Prize, the Tau Sigma Delta Gold Medal, and many more. We are proud to recognize Tatiana's outstanding contributions to architecture and society and welcome her to the BAC's kindred community by conferring upon her the Doctor of Design honoris causa. Please help me welcome Tatiana.
Thank you, President Mayesh. Thank you, Boston Architectural College. Thank you all for the opportunity and the recognition, but mostly for allowing me to be part of your day today, of this very important day. I feel humbled and with a huge responsibility, not only for making this speech memorable for you, but for making honor to this recognition I was given today. It is hard to honor a title, but it's not so hard to be truth to it. And probably and hopefully, that's the most important lessons, although cliched, that you take from this school today. Sorry, but nothing comes up. The commencement speech from last year by Honorable Daniel Libeskind began by acknowledging the challenging circumstances that the graduates of the previous year found themselves in. It seems that almost every commencement speech starts in a similar way. However, what no one could have predicted is that in the years to follow, the challenges only seem to intensify. And this year is no exception. Perhaps he did not anticipate that just 1 year after his speech, his words would seem like an understatement. It appears that every year we overcome the challenges of the moment, only for new ones to take their place. This is the nature of life and the world into which you are now graduating. Every year, challenges feel greater because once we get to understand the one that seems too present or somehow to come into terms with it or even surpass one of those, the unknown challenge sounds even greater because acknowledging challenges and finding ways, if not solutions, at least position ourselves against them, will already give light to them. New ones arise, and we must find again possible paths. I am sure that also each of you have faced challenges to various types to arrive to this day. And for that, I want to fully acknowledge and congratulate you. I want to congratulate all of you for being here, for having arrived at this place, and also to all of them have been enabling you to be here. Your caregivers, maybe mothers, maybe fathers, maybe mothers that are not blood mothers, or fathers the same, maybe your grandparents, your cousins, and your friends, your siblings, or those who became your siblings in the way, and those who will become your siblings. Sorry, but it's not followed. Congratulations to all who have made a difference so that you could be here today. Your presence is a testament to the positive impact of those who had contributed to your journey. It is true that one of the most incredible stages of your life is coming to an end. It is magical to have gone through a process such as the one you have gone through here. But another one is beginning, and another and very big one is starting, full of new things and full of new, yet newer and more challenging too, full of dreams and full of possibility, full of things that you can build and full of things that you, with the same energy, you can destroy. Today, you will go out of here absolutely responsible from your own destiny. And I believe that is what you have to carry in your head every day from now on. Every day, every little step is, I am responsible for what I am today and what I want to achieve with it. Probably in this school, as in everyone, here and there, you have been taught to solve problems, to give answers. But I believe that the best way to be truth to a title, or I guess an academic education of this quality that you have received in this college, is to question every single thing that you learned, heard, did, or read. Questioning to allow yourself to build your own path, your own perspective, and your own set of dreams. As David Foster Wallace said in his commencement speech for Kenyon College in 2005, a real education is not about knowledge. It's about simple awareness, awareness of what is real and essential. And bell hooks told us so how. To embrace this awareness means that we utilize all the dimensions of love, care, commitment, trust, responsibility, respect, and knowledge. To question is an act of awareness. To doubt and to embrace it in a journey of responsible learning is an act of truth. Always remember the power of dreaming. It is a common theme again in commencement speeches, but it holds true, and I fully believe in it. If you don't dream, you can't imagine. If you can't imagine, you can't create. Yet simply dreaming is not enough. You must believe in your dreams, plan for them, and work diligently to build them one step at a time, brick by brick. Some get built and some that don't help build others. Remember, life is spent building, metaphorically or literally, especially for those of you who graduate and get an architectural degree. Embrace the journey of building your dreams into reality. It takes time to dream, to create, to plan, to build, and it can take seconds to destroy. I like you to think on this, that energy that you will spend to create and the fragility on which is lost. We live in a historical moment where we can feel the fragility of creation. The infinite ways in which a dream can be under threat are evident. I believe fragility clearly expresses the present moment in many regards. The good news is that there is no opportunity without fragility. A dream cannot be built overcoming challenges, and there is no possibility without confronting those challenges. Not one dream exists on a click, on 140 characters, or done by ChatGPT. But surely, none of them can be dreamt of without acknowledging and recognizing profoundly our dependency of the other, and the acknowledgement of one of the basic needs of our human existence, our social connectedness or interdependency. Life is a collective act. Nevertheless, unfortunately, seems that the foundation of collective life start and end with school, a place where the understanding of collectivity makes its purpose come true. The trespassing of knowledge is that, a collective act. The modern life that we live and have embraced, and that is what we are supposed to go out to the world to, is less conscious and aware of our true dependency on the other. As the Manifesto for Care explains, the basic interdependency of life today is ignored, allowing separateness and individual gain to take precedence, becoming tools for our society itself. We know that that fantasy of the modern independent industrial man is not only an unachievable fantasy, but a destructive tool. One of them is that fueling the expulsion of our species of this planet. We need to embrace our interdependency, and not only among humans, but to any living organisms. We don't exist if not the other. The other is that who we need to exist, to care, and to communally learn. This collective understanding provide care and the necessary care for our bodies to exist. Our circles of care have not broadened out, but having in fact become painfully narrow, says Lynn Zegel. So I truly want to ask you to hold on and cherish to the relationships you built here, whether they're with colleagues or friends who have become like family in this process. Recognize that without their support, you wouldn't be here today. Remember the connections you made, and remember that they are amongst the most valuable things you will take from your time at this school. What a community provides is care, and care is what we need to exist in this planet. That care exists on many levels. One, the one that architecture provides. As Elke Krasny clearly states, is not without our bodies, the other, the collective, and a protected physical platform that we can survive in this planet. You might think that this is the first sentence I have spoken on architecture, but if you carefully think on it, I have been speaking about architecture the whole time. Architecture is inherently a self-centered act of colonization. It claims a space and dictates what occurs within it. It is an ontological aspect of architecture. Therefore, the most crucial question to consider when contemplating this act is how it will unfold and what are its implications, what this architecture will be and will allow or will disallow. Understanding our reliance on this colonial act is essential for holding architecture accountable and recognize it as the sole means for our existence in this planet. The recognition of times and its fragility will allow us to understand how this colonizing, determining, and concrete act of building needs to hold the one ever-changing process, which is life. to profoundly understand the process that needs to exist and the responsibility that one carries upon the act of building can take a lifetime. But if this is so necessary for our existence, I hope that you come out of here at least having heard that. If we hold this responsibility, every single piece of architecture should shift the position of the power it holds to truly erase discrimination, to make profound revision on labor, domestic work, patriarchal family, power structure, energy, and in all, the system that inherently needs discrimination and exploitation to exist. So yes, architecture is a colonizing act. Architecture is a colonizing act that defines the way we inhabit in this planet. If we think on the central typologies of our society, the house, this has been using its power of determining to determine the majority of the people in the planet, but determining who can inhabit, but mostly how can inhabit on it. It took me years to understand that this needed to be questioned, that the model that we were trying to make more affordable, more beautiful, it was a profound act of discrimination because I was not questioning it. This model of the house, surrendered to the industrial productive married to a woman man, needs the exploitative labor of a woman to succeed and to become the model that the system is willing to feed. I never made grace to my title. I was never more true to being a woman architect as when I understood that the only good question to pose was how to build a house that does not need the unpaid labor of a woman to protect and care for bodies. Questioning should be a necessary act to be truth to a title, but definitely to be honest to it's a primal characteristic. It is a challenging moment, and not only for what is happening in the world, but also because what is happening in your lives today. It is a fragile world, but is as fragile as this moment on your life. It is a time to make choices, to bear with the questions and to hold to the other, to your sibling, to your community, and to find a way in this society where lies can be truths and truth can be lies, and success is measured with money. We then have the responsibility to navigate with honesty and care. This is the only way to find the questions I'm asking you to pose. But being honest and telling you the truth is that today I'm not here to wish you luck. You're already lucky. You're one of the 6.7% of the world population that has a college degree. You are only one of the 35% of the population in the US that has a bachelor's degree. So no, you don't need luck, you have it. You again, and not disregarding your struggles, your challenges, are one of those privileged people to have an experience such as the one you have just had. So honor that title. And the best honor you can do after it, being true to its work. Every single day ahead of you to create the possibilities and mechanisms to open channels to allow every human being in this planet to enjoy the same privileges you have. And that, and not one single thing that I said before, is the most important thing I want to say today. And hopefully, one that is what you honor with this title, because this is what my life has become in every regard, to embrace every single dream I have, every single imagined plan, line, or brick, to open paths to really live with the same privilege I have. To tell you the truth, probably I could just have said the last part of the speech, because for me, it all comes to understand in which type of privileged position we are, to understand which power we can use to pen paths for those who can't do it from themselves. And hopefully, that is at least the only seed I hear plant, to be able to raise your capacity of awareness to understand how much we need in this world to overcome the impossibilities of the others, to be able to reconstruct a world that resists to the struggles of those who can't, and have had to be able to, all of us being here today in this celebration, to truly construct a world, as Silvia Federici says, as a space for nurturing, creativity, and care for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tatiana, for inspiring us and really charging us with what we are entering, the world we are entering in our role, not just as architects, designers of various kinds, but also as human beings in the society. Also, as Richard has talked about. I think that particular message really resonates with the graduates in particular. As you graduate, it's not just the identity of the professions that you are in, but also your role in the society as a human being. That's important. I'd like to invite our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Kelly Bean, to present the candidates for the various degrees to be recommended by the respective deans of our 4 schools. The names will be read by the Dean of Students, Richard Griswold.
Good morning. Good up. Is it still morning? I don't know what time it is. Hi. I'm very proud to be here with you, and I'm off script a moment because I was just saying to my colleague a few minutes ago, the joy that is wafting over this stage from this audience is unparalleled. You are a very special group. I've stood up here and spoken to groups like you for decades, but there's something about this morning that is unfamiliar and really special. So thank you for sharing all of that with us. During events like these, a number of people approach a dais to speak to a graduating class. We congratulate your academic accomplishments, and we celebrate the future that awaits. Where are the rest of my comments? There's a chance that you haven't seen any of us before. Likely you don't know who I am, or really know the role that we play in your time at the BAC, which is not a bad thing. The purpose of the academic affairs staff is to assure that you have great teachers, a rigorous curriculum, meaningful practice opportunities, and the future that surely awaits you all. We assure accreditation and that your degrees meet high standards and are recognized as high quality, number 4 in the world, we've decided. High standards and are recognized as high quality wherever you go. We hope to do most of this work invisibly. I'd like to introduce myself then. I am the administrator. I am Dr. Bean, I am the administrator who takes the tasks that are not always interesting or sexy and helps us get here. We make possible, me and my staff, the transformational experiences that you have in our very special classrooms. And while it's true that you may not see us or know me, we see you. The mother of 2 daughters from California who designed social spaces in the public realm to encourage conversation and paid tribute to her father who passed earlier this month in her thesis document. She honors his memory in her commitment to completing her degree. We see a designer who pushed through serious health challenges to write a commends-worthy thesis which beautifully creates ways to reconnect severed districts in New Orleans. We see the successful candidate sitting with us today who, while producing excellent design projects, led the BAC years-long winning streak in the IIDA fashion shows. And we see a graduate who, living with congenital movement-based health challenges, turned those challenges to compassionate design. In her thesis, she creates supportive, pain-relieving environments for folks with MS. Thank you for allowing us to work every day in service to such remarkable, inspiring stories. We see you. We are proud to share this moment with you. Congratulations. And now the good stuff. I would like to introduce Don Hunsaker, the Dean of the School of Design Studies.
Good afternoon, BAC graduates, family, friends, and faculty. We know that design is an act of creativity, an act of innovation. Design is an act of vision and seeing into the future. But in this 21st century, I believe that design must also be an act of faith and an act of hope. Designers, in whatever form their work takes or whatever profession they pursue, now must have faith that they can find the delicate balance between human life and the larger web of all life on Earth. Designers must have hope that it is not too late to maintain this delicate balance between human life and the larger web of all life. President Das, I'm proud to present to you a group of optimistic and purposeful designers who have this faith and this hope in their work. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Design Studies and the Master of Design Studies in Design for Human Health, Historic Preservation, Real Estate Development, and Sustainable Design please approach the stage?
Call your name. Victor Quinn. You're fine. King Hin Feng. Chui Si Ren. Alcanly Ortez Pena. Carla Villacorta. Kayla Cooper. Michael C. Bowman. Holly Oakner. Savannah Haley Chang. Stephanie Wagstaff Gittens. Jocelyn Unira Correa. Warren David Stred. Allison Gail Leonard. Eve Olivia Cronin.
Thank you, Dawn. And now, the director. I'm sorry. Give everybody a chance. And now I'd like to introduce the director and faculty of the Dean of, or I'm so sorry, of the School of Landscape Architecture, Margarita Iglesia.
Dear graduating students, families, faculty, staff, and friends of the BAC, this is truly a remarkable day when you initiate a new stage in your life and your career. It is a time to rejoice and celebrate. It is also a time for congratulations and best wishes, for counting your blessings, to give thanks to your loved ones, and acknowledge everyone that helped you to get here. But before you graduate and we all go out on a sunny May afternoon, I would also like to remind you how important you are. We need you. We need you to be our champions, helping our cities and towns to become greener, healthier, cleaner, more livable, designing spaces to recreate, walk, gather, to warm up in the winter and cool down in the summer, to cultivate, absorb, and process rain, to envision new communities where city and nature are integrated into a seamless continuum. All of you as designers will play a key role in creating a better future. The landscape architect's role is becoming more essential every day. Our little jewel of a planet is under stress. Climate is changing. Oceans and air are increasingly polluted. Living species are becoming extinct. Climate adaptation, resilience, environmental justice are becoming more urgent. As a profession, landscape architecture is actively looking for better solutions and developing new mechanisms to mitigate these impacts. And it is within this challenging context that I salute you today as you start this new journey of life and discovery. I know how far you will go. I don't doubt how much you will accomplish. Just remember where you come from, how valuable your family, your friends, and your communities are, and how much this beautiful little planet needs your help to keep going strong. And with that, cheers. I would now like to present you, President Das, the 2024 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Landscape Architecture and the 2024 candidates for the degree of Master of Landscape Architecture. Students, please rise and come to the stage to get your diploma.
Whitney Matias. Yasmina Hamdan. Mustafa Kaplan. Jason J. Kojakovsky. Heather Corbett. Joseph Jenga.
I would like to now introduce Denise Rush, the Dean of the School of Interior Architecture.
Greetings, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. We assemble here today to celebrate your remarkable journey in design school. Your unwavering dedication and phenomenal growth have been a true inspiration. Over these years, you have refined your craft, developing a profound understanding of how interior spaces have the power to transform lives. You have witnessed firsthand the profound impact these environments have on your well-being, productivity, and sense of belonging. Now, as you embark on your exciting professional career, remember that the field of interior design is constantly evolving. Embrace this energy. Your adaptable minds, innovative spirit, and phenomenal design skills will be your compass to guide you through these uncharted territories. Remember, the joy of design lies in the power of collaboration. It is when diverse perspectives converge that a treasure trove of possibility unlocks. Imagine the symphony of creativity that emerges when architects, engineers, interior designers, and consultants join forces, enriching the design process with their unique expertise. Collaborative problem solving becomes the engine that drives groundbreaking design innovation. Great design does not happen by itself. It is a collaborative tapestry woven from the threads of creativity, expertise, and a shared vision. I hope you will agree with me that this anonymous quote that I found is a fitting description of your journey at the BAC. Embrace the metamorphosis. You are not the caterpillar you were when you first started at the BAC, but you are the butterfly that you always were meant to be. Congratulations, graduates. May your creative endeavors shape a more beautiful world. Now I would like to present to you, President Das, the 2024 candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Interior Architecture and the 2024 candidates for the degrees of Master of Interior Architecture. Students, will you please rise?
Cherie Renee Flores. Noor Sidi. Maria Vittoria Hardini Martiniano. Tala Khalid Hadrawi. Nicole Alexandra Villa Restrepo. Tola Turgurt Uluchai. Jinyong Zhang. Kelly Jambalo. Giovanna Correa. Atman Prashant Modi. Brittany Rusky. Maria Inez Latour. Heather Brown. Jiaor Tan. Of course.
I would like to now introduce Karen Nelson, the Dean of the School of Architecture.
Good afternoon, graduates. While this year has tested us all profoundly, straining friendships and our sense of belonging, I have found inspiration in your unwavering optimism and commitment. You support each other, you celebrate successes, and you lift each other up. You are remarkable. I am grateful to each of you for exemplifying grace and even joy in the face of adversity. This class of architecture students has demonstrated a deep dedication to improving the world. Your projects reflect diverse concerns, including aiding veterans with PTSD, promoting mindfulness and sensory awareness, creating spaces of solace and health for incarcerated mothers, combating consumerist waste, providing safe spaces for gay elders, reimagining healthcare environments and schools to be more child-centered. The architectural educator, historian, and writer, Joan Achman, called architect Jose Luis Sert a practical idealist who bears witness to the present and aims to remake it with fewer absences. I see this as the work of each of us, of the School of Architecture and the BAC. We must clearly witness the present and endeavor to reshape it with fewer absences, with fewer shortcomings, to create a more perfect future. As you continue your professional journey, I encourage you to remain committed to lifelong learning and growth. Embrace the transformative power of architecture to inspire positive change. Be advocates for resiliency. Be social justice champions. Be cultural diversity ambassadors. Hold up your responsibility as architects to nurture and challenge your community. I am honored to welcome you, graduates, as you transition from students and professionals to esteemed colleagues and professionals. Please take a well-deserved break, then return to the BAC, not just as alumni, but as mentors, educators, and contributors to our shared community. I'm becoming a Bostonian at last. I would now like to present to you President Das, the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Architecture, the Bachelor of Architecture, and the Master of Architecture degrees for for the year 2024. Students, please approach the stage.
Stacy Peckman-Can. Fanan Al-Shahaji. Devlin Rose Kelly. Manor Talal Haljeri. Kiyu Lee. Vladislav Plakatsny. Lucas Alexander Pazderka. Laura Isabel Medina Ocando. Melissa June Pearson. Alexis Elizabeth Waldron. Alkenly Ortiz Peña. Sana Aladwani. Emilio Vieira de Rabelo y Silva. Noah R. Pillsbury. Noah Dickey. Yogita Reddy. Begamai Bibacheva. Domenica Garcia. Nayeli Salazar Zambrano. Won Hao Lee. Mayra Alejandra Flores. Mercedes G. Quintanilla. Luis Murillo. Cole Southam. Becker Schmid. Andy Tam. Matthew LaTorella. Blair Aletta Lehman. Tristan Santangelo. Marissa Brenda Gaimon. Angeline Meninang Galindez. Jason Santos de Brum. Michael Torello Chaucer. Arya Nagakar. Overkrama Biswas. Congratulations. Manshi Monokumar Parik. Mercedes G. Quintanilla. Cole Southam. Stephen Christopher Baird Allen. Gabriela Lamoureux. Gonche Milani. Israel Serato. Ryan Sterling. Sebastian Richards. Farah Abu Elanin. Aya Jamal Alburian. Louis Roux. Maria Seban. Grace Pilkington. Jessica Newcomb. Maya Hannah Samuel. Miriam Alejandra Flores Varela. Eisner Baraktu. Jarrell N. Monier. Janine Michelle Richard. Louise D'Agostino Murphy. Casey Lynn Cradur. Ria Loda. Kush Parwinbay Shah. Preya Manish Shah. Vidi Hemant Vora. Jamila Mastingal. Darshan Navin Chandra Taylor. Utsavi Gadani. Sepida Falafsi. Falsafi. Jack Safaris. Ali Lalu. Marcus Vinicius Falci Bicalo Cabral. Michael Roland Murphy. Mulvey. Valentina Sastoke. Samuel Waite. Natalia da Silva Corino. Ana Soterio Ferreira. Laura Grace Hill. Rana Suhail. Samuel Perry. Holly Vetch. Thank you. Maria Bogantinovska. Spirit Diener. Holden Akira Reese. Diego Sanchez. Henry Casey. Thank you. Prabmeet Bassi. Prabesh Ranjakar. Jean-Paul Abi Awad. Stephen Fallon. Julia Schubert. Congratulations. Alexandra Connolly. Tien Soon. Alexandra Bourgeois. Victoria Capaldo. Emily Totten. Danielle Reyes Martinez. Hannah Rudenko. Peter Freeson.
Great. Thank you for your recommendations, deans of schools. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Boston Architectural College, it is my great honor to confer upon you the degrees that you have earned. In accordance with the custom, you're entitled to all the rights and privileges that pertain to this degree here and elsewhere. Congratulations, you did it! Okay, it's now my pleasure to invite Janet Roche, Chair of the BAC's Alumni Advisory Council, to congratulate the graduates you are our brand new alumni. Janet?
Thank you, President Das, and congratulations. I just love all of your enthusiasm. I've been doing this for a few years now, and your enthusiasm for this particular graduation class is infectious. So please help me welcome the graduates of 2024 for the BAC. My name is Janet Roach. I'm the class of 2017. I'll get there. I have the honor of being chair of the BAC Alumni Advisory Council. I am pleased to welcome you to the BAC's alumni community. We're all a part of the powerful club of the BAC designers, and let me tell you, it's a pretty wonderful club to be a part of. Throughout your journey to graduation, many individuals have stood by you every step of the way. Among them are an unwavering support of family and friends and faculty and staff. Perhaps most significantly, your network of fellow students who have supported you throughout countless late nights where popcorn was the only meal of choice, portfolio reviews, job interviews, and beyond. And now you become an integral part of a new community, the distinguished network of BAC alumni who have walked the same halls at 320 Newbury Street, each nurturing aspirations of achieving greatness. The BAC alumni share a unique bond. We understand the challenges and sacrifices it took to reach the milestone you've achieved today, which includes a few burns from the glue gun, an X-Acto knife, cuts on your fingers from the X-Acto knife while making your models. Your preservation and dedication do not go unnoticed. We acknowledge and celebrate your journey with immense pride. Throughout your time on campus, Although I did it every time in rehearsal too. Through your time on campus may have drawn to a close, remember that the doors are always open for your return. We eagerly await not only to hear of your achievements, but also offer assistance or lend a hand to future recent graduates following in your footsteps. Congratulations on this remarkable accomplishment. You are now a part of the global BAC alumni family, and we eagerly embrace you with open arms. Welcome to the BAC community. Congratulations.
Thank you, Janet. Now, let me express my gratitude to many who made this event, great event, possible. Thank you all for participating in the most joyous event. This is something that we look forward to every year, all year, right? The greatest moment. And thank you to the faculty and staff for their tireless work. Particularly, I thank Shannon Thorin and Matt Lundin for spearheading the organization of this massive event, along with our entire marketing and communications, facilities and operations teams, and those who volunteered today, who is just about every faculty and staff member that we have. I also want to thank our wonderful media partner, Bearwalk Cinema, for their unwavering support. So they're all over the place, you can see them, and they have done a fantastic job, as always. So on behalf of the faculty, staff, administration, and the Board of Trustees of the BAC, I wish you all a healthy, happy, and successful future. Go forth and do good work and change the world for the better. Now, please wait for the stage party to exit first, followed by our graduates, and then the audience. So, the commencement exercises are now concluded. And as Commander Spock in Star Trek would say, live long and prosper. Thank you all.